Right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, Kahalaim Lai How, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Merkakwadash, and double honors be to our apostles and other great millstone. Peace and salutations unto the elect. And when these people can't eat no more, man, we're gonna see what they're really about. We're gonna see their pride go out the window, man. All this ego, arrogancy, all this excess. Earlier today, I'm saying I was seeing, all these people throwing away trash, throwing away in the restaurants. You know what I'm saying? They're just, in certain cities like New York and the rest of them, you basically gotta throw away. You have to throw away all your all your leftovers, man. Like you can't give them away to the poor. You can't, this is a place of excess of gluttony. I mean, like the society is a place where people live in excess. These people live in excess, man. And at the end of the day, man, they're gonna pay for it, man. They've been wanton. Scripture speak about them being wanton. It says civilized to bring out of barbarianism, to introduce order and civil organization, to refine and enlighten. All right. It says relating to citizens, right, of public life. To be civilized means to be brought out of barbarianism, right? Introduce order, civil organization, refinement, and enlightenment. Well, we're gonna find out, like Heath Ledger Joker said, man. We're gonna find out, that these people gonna eat each other. These people gonna eat each other, man. When that time comes, when that time that you can't order Uber Eats no more, can't get a easily delivered to your doorstep. Anything you want, pizzas, burgers, wings, anything you want, man. Anything your heart desire. You can't go to the drive-through no more. Um, it says here, how many days can you go without food or water? It says researchers believe that a person can live up to 3 weeks without food as long as they have water to drink. Without both water and food, a person cannot survive more than 4 days. Now, we know our Lord performed such a feat. Matthew 4 and verse 1, it says, then Yahushua was led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward a hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of Man, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceed out of the mouth of the Most High. Okay, so it says that our Lord, he fasted 40 days, 40 nights, right? Okay, so of course, well, he wasn't a normal man, but they say here, he saw a sign says that you could live up to 4 days, according to the, at most, without any food. 3 weeks without with just water, but according to them, it says the body often finds alternative ways to generate energy during starvation, prolonged life. However, in the absence of water, the body undergoes several changes and severe dehydration, and the kidneys may shut down. The time scale for survival in the absence of food remains questionable, aside from the fact that there is no solid scientific evidence to address the topic. But these people are crazy. But they tell you they went to the moon. You see this? People are crazy. There's look, they've seen how much a person could live without food. All right. But anyway, it says the things that begin to break down when there's no food. You start to hallucinate. You know what I'm saying? It says your central nervous. It says the body runs on the energy provided by the calories in the food you eat. When you stop eating, your body starts to break down its own tissue for food, disrupting all the vital process of your system. This results in severe weight loss and leads to organ failures. This is what happens to the human body during starvation, during a famine, all right? The lack of bread, all right? It says your central nervous system starts to break down. The brain usually takes up 1/5 of the total energy consumed in a day. During starvation, the brain gets deprived of the energy, which affects the way it functions and may lead to trouble concentrating, hallucinations, lack of sleep, um, cardiovascular system failure. During starvation, energy levels decrease and affect the way the heart works. Due to the lack of energy, the heart cannot pump blood across the body as effectively as it should, leading to a decrease in blood pressure and possible heart attack or seizure. Initially, there's a low blood pressure and a low pulse, and then eventually the heart fails. Um, Gastrointestinal system failure. It says decreased food intake affects digestion, emptying amounts of food in the stomach, leading to bloating, nausea, vomiting, a decrease in blood sugar levels, constipation. In the long term, the muscles in the digestive tract weaken and may lose the strength to push forward food through the gut. Starvation may lead to severe complications such as pancreatitis, inflammation, and swelling of the pancreas that cause severe stomach ache, pain, nausea, vomiting, and also the lack, the drive to go and kill someone for some food, the robbery. You know what I'm saying? The lack of humanity, as they would call it, right? I think it was 15 and verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and of course their actions stand their power. Man shall desire to go in the city and not be able, but because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, because they throwing away food like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they just tossing it out. You know, people, I don't like this, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? You go on you deal with one of these women, or you deal with one of these, normal people out here in America. They have no regard. They never really starved. They never really had to fight for shit. Well, some of them, like Jake did, but even a lot of these Jakes, man, a lot of them are ungrateful, bro. They eat every fucking day. They got access to everything. You know what I'm saying? And they still like, I like this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's instilled in you, your kid, your mama and them. You know what I'm saying? They don't make you value food like that. Whatever, just throw it away. You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat all your food up, man. Cause when that time comes, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be looking at everything, looking at your kids like a TV dinner, man. You know, that's what the scriptures say. They're gonna eat their children in the siege, right? For lack of bread. That's speaking about 70 AD, or the curses it spoke about the famine, right? But here it is. They're gonna come again. That circumstance of you know what I'm saying, the intense famine, but here in America, which they've never seen before, like these other countries, what they would call third world. But Second Esdras 15:17 says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and not be able, because of their pride, city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." Yeah, they're gonna spoil each other goods for lack of bread, tribulation. We're gonna see how cool these people are with each other, man. People, these people are gonna turn right into cannibals. All these sophisticated Karens and all these people, and they're gonna start going crazy for a scrap of meat, for a scrap of pork. Okay, it says Proverbs 12:9 says, "He that despiseth have a servant is better than he that honoreth himself and lacketh bread. A righteous man regardeth life as beast, but the tender mercy of the wicked are cruel. He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread, but he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding." All right, he that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread. At the end of the day, we're planting this seed in our people. So we're gonna be satisfied with bread in that time of famine, as it says in Job 5:18 on down. But he that despises and have a servant is better than he that honoreth himself and lacketh bread. These people out here is gonna be honoring themselves and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at you, uh down, they're looking down on you, they're despising you. But the Lord said, man, you're better than them that lack bread. You know, them motherfuckers gonna lack bread, the basic necessities of life, or you gonna have to be married and have abundance because you follow the Lamb whatsoever he goeth. The Lord said, Matthew 4:4, that a man should not live off bread alone. When he was tempted by the devil at the mountain, he said he fasted 40 days and 40 nights. Okay, in this particular article here, it said that the person could only really live 3, 4 days, 5 days like that without food or water. 3 weeks with just water. But the Lord did 40 days, 40 nights over a month. Of course, he wasn't a normal man endowed with the Holy Spirit, but nevertheless, all things are possible, through the Lord. Because at the end of the day, a lot of brothers gonna be in these situations where they're gonna be in with a lack of bread, but the Lord may make it to where you be fed like Elijah, with the raven in the brook, in First Kings 17th chapter. So there's a myriad of ways the Lord could take care of his men at the end of the day. May have some women come by, give you food, take care of you, put you up. You know what I'm saying? These women that the Lord got set up. The Lord got women set up for you. The Lord got men, brothers that you may have influence you don't even know. And you might, end up getting help from them. Who knows? Because the Lord said, provide not script nor purse for the workman worthy of his meat, as he goes on his journey. Okay. So it said Amos 8 and verse 10, it says, I will turn your feast into mourning and all your songs into lamentation. I will bring a sackcloth upon your loins and baldness upon every head. And I will make it even as the mourning of an only son, and the end thereof as a bitter day. Yeah, the day of the Lord's darkness, not light, right? 11 verse. Behold, the days come, says the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro, seeking the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. And that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. All right. So they shall wander from sea to sea, seeking his word, not finding it, right? But the Lord gonna send a famine of the word, but also a famine of bread in this land, All right, as stated in the 15th chapter of Second Esdras, right? Okay. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 24, it says, the Lord of hosts have sworn, saying, surely I have thought, so shall it come to pass. As I have purposed, so shall it stand. That I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountains tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. This is the purpose that is purposed upon the whole earth, and this is the hand that stretched out upon all nations. For the Most High, the Lord of hosts, have purposed, who shall disannul it? And his hand stretched out, who shall turn it back? And the year that King Ahaz died was this burden. Rejoice not thou, whole Palestina, because the rod of him that smote thee is broken. For out of the serpent's mouth shall come forth a cockatrice, and his fruit shall be a fiery flying serpent. And the firstborn of the poor shall feed, and the needy shall go down in safety. Yeah, all you heathens go down, man. When this devil goes down, you're gonna go down with him. And the firstborn of the poor shall feed, and the needy shall lie down in safety. That's us. And I will kill thy root with famine. I will kill that root with famine. He shall slay thy remnant. How, O gate, and cry, O city, the whole Palestina are dissolved. For there shall come forth from the north a smoke, and none shall be alone in his appointed time. What shall one then answer the messengers of the nation? That the Lord hath found in Zion, the poor of his people shall trust in it. All right. Okay, shall trust in him, their Redeemer that's going to feed them in the famine. Just like he fed in the wilderness with the manna, the hidden manna from heaven. Manna from heaven. We're going to give you back gonna give you bread in time of trouble. It says in Psalms 37:19. It says, Psalms 37:18 says, the Lord knoweth the days of the upright. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke, shall they consume away. All right. In the famine, in the days of famine, you shall be satisfied. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, being confounded like the people out here. Awake, awake. Isaiah 51:17. Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury. That has drunken the dregs of the cup, trembling and wrung them out. There is none to guide her among all the sons whom she brought forth. Neither is there any that take her by the hand of all the sons that she brought up. These two things that come unto thee, who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation, destruction, and the famine, and the sword. That's what come upon you. The sword gonna come upon you. The white man gonna bring that device, his sword, the weapon, the tank, the missile, the Gurkha troops. The Lord gonna let this devil come down on Jake, man. Out here, they're playing games. They think they tough. You know, they got they're over there, forming up little militias and shit. You know, Jake's in there fighting, being gangsters, posing with guns. The Lord said, "Gonna bring the sword on you." And the famine, you're gonna have a lack of bread and KFC no more. You can't go to your local ticket spot. You can't go to 7-Eleven. You know, they're gonna bring famine, man, desolation and destruction. All right. There ain't gonna be a quick access to food every 5 minutes. McDonald's, you know, keep putting poison in your body. Okay, that's gonna be a thing of the past. The Lord gonna make this food scarce out here, man, for these people. But the Lord gonna that's put the squeeze on these people. And they don't like to repent. They don't like to come back. They don't like to acknowledge nothing. They don't like to be sincere. Okay, to the Most High. They won't be rebellious. Your purpose for being created was to serve the Lord. So you turn your back from the Lord. That's a wicked act. No matter how you want to slice it. No matter how you want to slice it. That's why the Lord gonna let you die by the famine. The scriptures say it's better to die by the sword than by the famine. Okay, so you might catch a nuclear missile, or you might you might have famine. Well, that's all penalty for turning your back on the Lord. The Lord said, "We're married unto Him." So you turn your back on your husband, and the Lord will kill you. The Lord will destroy you. The Lord will give you up to some HIV. The Lord give you over there playing around with your husband and your kids and shit. The Lord will let your bus hit your ass on the way out. You know, that's how it goes. Because the Most High is a power of judgment. So a lot of these people out here talking shit, and they're full of words concerning this truth. You know, concerning the Lord's men, concerning the gospel. You know, they're gonna be touching ribs. They're gonna be grabbing, scraping around looking for cans of beans and shit, man. Out there struggling. Or why are they laughing? The scripture say, "Woe to you that laugh now," man. Okay, Luke the 6th chapter. Okay, the Lord gonna satisfy His men, His people in the famine. But the days that are upright, the Lord knoweth, and their heritage will be forever. Psalms 37:18. They shall not be ashamed the evil time, and the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish. All right, scoffers, all right, all the weirdos, man, all them crazy, you know what I'm saying? All the heathen, all you damn heathen been oppressing Jake, you're gonna perish. The white man, of course. The enemies of the Lord shall be fat as lambs. There you go. The enemies of the Lord shall be fed on land. They shall consume, and to smoke shall they consume away. All right. So they're just recompense. All right. It says Isaiah 51:19. These two things will come on to thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation, destruction, and a famine, and a sword. By whom shall I comfort thee? Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power. Therefore, hear now this, thine afflicted, thou afflicted and drunken, not with wine. Thus saith the Lord, thy power, that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thy hands the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury, and thou shalt no more drink it again. But I will put it in the hands of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down that we may go over, for thou hast laid thy body down to the ground, and it's the street they went over. Right? You about to drink the dregs of this cup. Okay, but this is the last time. All right, which we've been our punishment is accomplished, but you got to go through Jacob's trouble. And Jacob's trouble gonna entail a famine. Jacob's trouble is gonna entail famine. Okay, Jeremiah 14:11. And then said the Lord, how about you shout out to me? Pray not for this people. Pray not for this people for their good. It says, when they fast, I will not hear their cries. And when they offer burnt offerings and oblation, I will not accept them. Oh, damn. I just got a message saying that the 9/11 service down. That's crazy. I didn't know that, but hey, that's the spirit. 9/11 ain't going to be around no more. It says, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword and by the famine and by the pestilence. Don't pray for these people. I'm going to hit them with the famine, with the pestilence, with the sword. They're going to get hit with all that they deserve. Even though you might feel sorry a little bit for the people, a little bit, you got your family up in there somewhere. But at the end of the day, they get what they deserve, man. Okay, these damn women, backwards assholes. Yeah, crazy gay moles, You got a bunch of thieves and robbers out there, man. So they're gonna feel the famine, man. Okay, you got a lot of dudes that do your ass Grammy, man. So they're gonna get the pestilence, they're gonna get the sword and the famine. Then said I, O Lord, behold, the prophet say unto them, ye shall not see the sword. Your people, that's you listening to tell you that nothing's gonna happen. You gotta look for the future. It's a nice, bright future. Okay, neither shall you have famine, but I will give you a sure peace in this place. America, you're gonna have peace here in America. The most fucking violent, armed people on the planet. You're gonna have peace on here. You got a bunch of people with guns armed up to the teeth. You got school shootings every 5 minutes. Ain't no place for peace here. But they tell you about peace, the calm before the storm. 14th verse. The Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy falsely in my name. I sent them not, neither I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and a divination, a thing of not, a deceit of their heart. Therefore, thus said the Lord, power concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine, those prophets shall be consumed. Yeah, all you false demon niggas, you new covenant clowns, and you hell doctrine believers, you're gonna be hit with the famine too, if you don't perish by the other way. Okay, because the Lord said you telling these people that everything's gonna be good. Okay, you ain't prophesied, you ain't teaching them no more about the missiles, the destruction, the wars, the rumors of wars. Everything's the sweet shit. Everybody's gonna be cool. But if you don't obey the law, you're gonna burn in hell. Right? Okay, 16 verse. And the people to whom they prophesy shall be cast out in the streets of Jerusalem because of the famine and the sword. Yeah, to the people who listen to somebody that says they did a new comforter. Okay, so you're gonna be cast out with the famine and the sword because you a simpleton. Okay, the Lord said He deals with them that dwell with wisdom. You don't have a mind of your own. Okay, you just blindly follow whoever the fuck is the new flavor of the season. Okay, that's why you're gonna be cast into the famine and the sword. It says, and they shall have none to bury them, their wives, their sons, or their daughters, for I will pour out their wickedness upon them. Okay, the false, the Jesus followers and all these people, Jesus fix, all these people, they're set up to deceive the undesirables, man, stumbling blocks onto the wicked. Sirach 39, real quick. 27. It says all things are good to the godly, to the godly, so are they sinners, so to the sinners are they turned to evil. Right? All things are good to the godly, but to the sinners, they are turned to evil. Right? To the plain, all things are to the pure, all things are pure, but unto them that are undefiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. Right? 28 verse. Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that crave for vengeance, which in their fury lay hold sore strokes, and in the time of their destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire, hail, famine, death, all these crave for vengeance. Famine is one of them. Famine is crave for vengeance. The Lord got vengeance controversy with these people out here, man. Okay, the Lord pissed off, like Bernie Mac, man. Like Bernie Mac said, I pissed off. The Lord's pissed off, man. Okay, with fire, he's gonna visit the people. With hail, constellation, fearful constellation, famine, and death. Okay, these are created for vengeance. Lord, it said my Romans 12. He said the vengeance belong to me, weigh upon me, right? Vengeance belong to me, I'll repay. Around the 19th verse. It says 30. It says teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked at destruction. They shall rejoice in commandment. They shall be ready upon the earth when need is, and their time has come. They shall not transgress his word. All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season. So when the Lord makes you starve to death, that's good, because you've been an evil, wanton people on the earth, especially 2/3 of our people. Okay, because they're not supposed to be like Esau. Esau's in his kingdom. Let him be a fat pig in his kingdom. Let Esau be a fat pig in his kingdom. Okay, and you worry about discipline. Came back to this word. Look, for instance, I use this example in sports or whatever, right? Whatever football. I always use football as an example. The real football, not this bullshit in America. When you got your club, you got to worry about what you're doing. Don't worry about your opponent. Eventually, you will get where you need to go. But this motherfucking devil, you got to get back to your way, the old way. Jeremiah 6:16. Seek out the old paths. Don't worry about what this devil's doing. All this technological madness and shit. He's becoming a cyborg. And he got motherfucking he got microchips in everybody, and then he's building up cities with the Arabs and shit, and the Chinese, and giving each other their exchange of technology and with the Europeans, so they can figure out what the Higgs boson, all this bullshit. That's irrelevant. The word of the Lord is going to trump all that bullshit. The spiritual aspect of us as a people is going to trump all this technological advancement, all this nonsense, all this bullshit, all the CGI Hollywood nonsense garbage, all these tanks that these devils got, these damn aircraft carriers, and you know what I'm saying, missiles that the Lord gave them. Isaiah 54:16. All right, the Most High, the spirit that He put within us is going to trump the truth that he gave back to us. Going to trump all this marvels that this devil is seducing the people of the world and making them look at him as God and shit. Right. So at the end of the day, that's all irrelevant. That's all null and void. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, "Then I said unto the Lord said unto me," it says, through Moses, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out my sight. Let them go forth. Even if Moses and Samuel is here talking to me, and they're trying to convince me like they did in the past. Okay, they did in the past. Moses make intercession for the Lord. King David would make intercession for the Lord. They was the same people, right? So they were doing the same things, coming back and doing the same lots. So they would come and they would talk to the Lord. Oh Lord, remember the oath that you made for your people. Don't destroy them, man. Even if they come back, even if they come and talk to me, I'm not. Look, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear about this. These people cast them out my sight, man. I'm gonna give them to the famine, the sword. I'm gonna let the white man have their time with them, and then I'm gonna see them on the other side. Just give me my remnant back. Give me the remnant back, and then you can keep the rest of the dross, the wood, hay, and stubble. It says, second verse, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus said the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword for the sword. That's why he said, cast us prayer before the swine, right? Our gospel's hid to them which are lost. If our gospel be hid, is hid to them which are lost. That such as to the death to death. All right, it is what it is. And such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine. Whoever gonna starve to death, the Lord gonna appoint them to that's it. That's your lot. If the Lord put you to the lot of being a scoffer and a demon, you have nothing. You have nothing to. There's nothing nobody can do for you. Like Esau. Esau is just a demon. Esau. There's no rehabilitation process for the white man. Everybody wants to rehabilitate him. They won't rehabilitate themselves. They won't rehabilitate themselves and their people. But they worry about, again, going back to the analogy of the football, right? You will not rehabilitate your goddamn self. But you were worried about what Real Madrid is doing, what so Bayern Munich is doing, what so and so is doing. No, you get back to your essence, and you're gonna beat the fuck out these people, okay? Without having to conform to the heathen's way. Proverbs 3:31. It says, "Learn not the way of the heathen. Choose not envy not that person, choose none of his ways." Uh, you choosing their ways. Hold on, let me do the things his way, because this is how he gonna win. This is how we gonna win. I gotta be like the white man. I gotta get the gun. I gotta get the gun. If I don't get the gun, then nigga, it's over. How are we gonna defeat this devil? Because that's why I look at my people as a simple people. Even I see it. Even my dad, even righteous man as he is, simple. My mom too, simple when it concerns this truth. The Lord gave it to us to guide these people, yeah, to teach them. Look, because these people are simple. They don't know. They don't understand what the Lord gonna do. The Lord is in control of all things. You forgot a simple detail that the Lord is in control of all things. Oh, that's why the Lord, when he came on sea, said, "Oh, ye a little faith." You know? Oh, ye a little faith, man. What's up with y'all, man? What you forgot? Did you forget that the Lord parted the sea and the Lord that took down Pharaoh, the most powerful people on the earth at the time? The Lord took these motherfuckers down as if it was nothing. And then here you go complaining, oh, well, let's go back to Egypt and eat some cucumber. Let's go back. No, that's why I look at it to the famine. It wasn't good enough either way. Either way, it wasn't good enough. No matter what you do for these people, it's never good enough. Nigga. Oh, yeah, man, you did this wrong. Moses, what the fuck? Aaron, you ain't right. Your beard is wrong. This way. Oh, you think you all that with your staff and all this shit? Third verse. I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said the Most High. The sword to slay them, dogs to tear them, fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy them. I will cause them to be removed into all the kings of the earth. That's why you're in America. And because of Manasseh, the son of Hezekiah, king of Judah, for that which he did in Jerusalem. When you read what's that? Jeremiah 44. I forget. It says, remember the wickedness of the kings of Judah. All right, this is one of them right here. I believe it's 44, Ezekiel 44. One of those. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 1. It says, the word of the Lord also came unto me, saying, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. Look, that was back then, and even now. Look, you had trouble having kids back then. The captivity, you running around getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Running around, your kids dying early. You eating your children in the siege of 70 AD. How much more in the time to come? Jacob's over here worried about having a plethora of kids and a family. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures and scoffing the apostles and shit. Oh, well, they're teaching rape and they're teaching. But here it is. Jacob's in a fantasy world. Playing playhouse instead of prophesying the word, instead of teaching a downfall. Teaching you how to build a homestead and stuff, which is really cool, but in a totally off spirit, because the Lord didn't come to teach us agriculture. The Lord, when he came on scene, he didn't come to teach us agriculture. He didn't come to teach us how to be a excellent portrait of a family man. Look, the Lord didn't even have children when he came on scene. He came for a mission. He came for a mission. Now, the scriptures do speak about being fruitful and multiplying, things of that nature, but the time we're living in is not a time conducive for family baby making. So thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning the fathers that beget them in this land. They shall die of grievous deaths, and they shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. And they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine. Their carcass shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. Yeah, the scriptures say that the majority of people born in vain. Okay, they're born in vain. 2 9:22, it said, let the multitude perish then that was born in vain, and let my grape be kept in my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. It's a good chance that most of these people that are born right now, their little baby being born in the hospital, they're gonna die burnt. Okay, that's it. Because their mama's a demon, and then decided to have a baby by some nigga she don't know, or she don't even know who the dad is. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's just it is what it is. They're brought into this world, and they're born in vain. What are they gonna do? Do you think they're gonna come to the world to serve the Lord and keep the commandments? And do you think that's what they're gonna do? The majority of people that come in there and become demons. That's why it says 2 Ezra 5:8. It says that menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. So menstruous women bring forth monsters. Bring forth little demons that's gonna pollute the earth. That's why it says 2 Ezra, Sirach 16. It says it's better to die without the having the children that are ungodly. Better to die without children than to have them that's ungodly. One is better than 1,000. One that's righteous better than 1,000 wicked. So let the multitude perish then that was born in vain. And let my grape be kept in my plant, which for great labor I made it perfect. Jeremiah 16:4, it says, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. They shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcass shall be meat for the fowls of the heaven and for the beasts of the earth. But thus said the Lord, enter into the house of mourning, neither go to lament. Enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament nor bemoan them. Don't worry about these people. It is what it is. The Lord set it up how I set it up, man. For I've taken away the peace from this people, said the Lord, even loving kindness and mercy, both the great and the small shall die in this land. They shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor be make themselves ball for them, or lament or mourn. Nobody will be worried about them, because they're wicked. They're of the wicked. Neither shall men tear themselves for the mourning to comfort for them for the dead. Neither shall men give the cup of consolation drink for their father or mother. All right, because that's the infidel, like Ishmael would say, Ishmael the wild man, as he would say, the infidel. Well, the Lord said, all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All right, our people have sold out to the devil. They become subservient to the devil. Our people have lost their way. They become a bunch of bad bunnies, a bunch of daddy Yankees. This nigga, daddy Yankees. I'm done. After so much millions of dollars, I'm done. I'm gonna go back to Jesus Christ. You might as well just stay in the world, because either way you're gonna get hit with the famine, or you're gonna get hit with the missiles. Because the Lord said, man, that woe to the rich, man. Okay, because the rich are gonna suffer in them times to come. The Lord gonna allow the masses to take a revenge on y'all, man. Y'all gonna get hit with revenge, bro. The Lord's gonna hey, because there's a lot of people like them people that live in Hawaii. You know what happened with the freaking it was the Maui little fires that went down. Right, The Rock and Oprah was running schemes on them, man. So all them people that they get the opportunity and all hell breaks loose, and saying they'll get their revenge on the rich. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like Robin Hood. And so it says that they should not regard their kings nor princes, right? The little celebrities, the rich folk, they're gonna break into your damn house, take your shit, and then they have their way with you, and that's what you deserve, anyways. That's why they have all these purge movies where the niggas go up in there take revenge, you know. But 2 Ezra 16:14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till they consume the foundation thereof. Like an arrow which is shot forth of a mighty archer that shot not backward, even so the plagues shall not be sent upon the shall not. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for an amendment. For all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap on the earth, they shall think themselves to be in good case. I say, you go places, they throwing shit away, and I'm saying, oh, here you go. They tossing bags of food out there, you know what I'm saying? They could be consumed by somebody. You know, here it is. I don't give a damn. This is a place where everybody lives in excess and shit. But they're gonna find out what it's like to be in necessity, you know, and harsh straits. Famine, tribulation, anguish are sent for scourges for amendment. But all these things do not turn from their wickedness. It don't matter what you do to these people, they're still gonna be wicked. The heathen, they still gonna fight. The scripture say they durst fight. Even when the Lord comes, they're still gonna be fighting. You know, the Lord gonna harden their heart just like Pharaoh. The Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. He did for all the plagues that he got. Did he turn from his wickedness? Did he amend his way for his scourge? He was no. He continued and he doubled down because that's what they do. That's what the wicked do. The wicked do as the wicked are. You know. Sirach chapter 48 and verse 1, it says, Then stood up Elias the prophet as fire, and his word burnt like a lamp. And he brought a sore famine upon them. And by his zeal he diminished their number. By the word of the Lord he shut up the heavens, 3 times brought down fire. O Elias, who has how wast thou honored in thy wondrous deeds? And who made glory like unto thee? Who didst raise up a dead man from death, and his soul from the place of the dead by the word of the Most High? Yeah, these are the things the prophets were doing back in the day, raising men from the dead, calling down fire from heaven 3 times, burning 50 and your 50. If I be a man of the Most High, to let your 50 be consumed with you. That's what they were doing back there. So they were bringing famine on people, man. So when the word of the Lord is being spoken, that means that soon that these people are gonna be out there hurting because of the word that you've been speaking. That the Lord men been speaking. America being destroyed because of the words that you've been speaking. The white man going down because of the words that y'all been speaking. You know. That's why it says that they had power to shut heaven and earth. The 2 witnesses, Revelation the 11th chapter. They had the power to shut up heaven and earth. When the testimony was done, the Lord opened up the floodgates of destruction on this place. So that's when the sealing of the election, or the election is being sealed, right? All these things happening. That's why you see wars, rumors of wars, people going crazy, motherfuckers losing their minds. You know what I'm saying? All kind of earthquakes, diverse places and shit. People getting shot, motherfuckers, kids getting stabbed. Because the word going out there. So the word creating a stir in this place. It's in a stir. And the academics are out there scrambling to see how they, the Israelites out there teaching. And these blacks are working up in this, the Latinos. We had these Indians off food. We had them on drugs on the reservation. You know, here goes. We just spent billions and billions and trillions of dollars to tell them that they ain't shit. And at the end of the day, the word come for free. That's what Isaiah the 55th chapter. It says the first verse. It says that them that come, all them that thirst, come and drink for free, buy without price, right? But that's the Lord. The Lord has a sense of humor, man. This devil, he made this devil do all this work, and here it is. He undo it with the simple invention of the internet, which at the end of the day was created by Jake, stolen by the damn devil from Britain. I forget this cracker's name, but the internet was created by Nigerian Jakes that put together all the codes and stuff, you know. But anywho, it says Job chapter 5 verse 18, it says, for he make sore and bind up, he wounded and hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yeah, in the 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. And we're at wartime, and the Lord will deliver you. Only the Lord can redeem you from what he's going to put on the earth. Deuteronomy 28:60, no man shall buy thee, and no man shall redeem thee. No, you can't get out of captivity by tapping into this devil's sword, by his blessing. Can't get out of there by, the heathen's way, Islam and all this other shit. You know, the only way to avoid your family, you ain't gonna call on Allah. You ain't gonna call on all these other, deities that been force fed to you in this here society. But this is all a stumbling block onto the wicked. But you have the binoculars to see through the tunnel, through the end of the tunnel. It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, All right, it says that Isaiah 54:17, no, every tongue that shall rise up against thee I shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me. All right, so you shall be hid from the scourge of the tongue, no matter what these people got to say. All right, fear not the incredulity of them that trouble thee, right? Nor them that speak against thee, right? 2 15 on the first chapter on down, right? The first verse on down. But the Lord gonna hide you from the scourge of the tongue, gonna hide you from the media, gonna protect you from the reporters, the paparazzi. It says, thou shalt be hid for the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it comes. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. And neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. The beasts of the earth are gonna be at peace with you. The first beast of the earth gonna be at peace with you is that woman. That woman gonna be at peace with you, man. She gonna be saying, we need to eat. We need to eat. We need to. we need, that's what they need you now. You know what I'm saying? The Whitey ain't around. The 9/11 is down. there's no alternative. There's no better. The grass is not greener on the other side, like that JT song. The grass is not greener, man. It's not greener on the other side, man. You know. So what she gonna do? She gonna come. She gonna be real nice. Yes, sir. You know, yes, you were right. You were always. I was telling the truth. But yeah, the black man is the power. You know, they're not a piece of shit. They're, you know, they're like Esau and all these other nations gonna come groveling to. Oh no, well, you know, we didn't mean to oppress you when you were working at 7-Eleven and when you were working at the warehouse job. We didn't mean to oppress you and make you work 75 hours in a week, every fucking week. We didn't make you. It wasn't our intention to rob you every fucking time you got a check, and to buck break you in front of your slaves when you were slaves. You know, it was we didn't mean it. It was just you know, that's what the villain does at the end. You know, say, oh, he's always crying and shit. You know, it said Job 5 and verse 24. It says, "Thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, but thou shalt visit thy habitation and shall not sin." It says, "Thou shalt know that thy seed shall be great, and thy offspring as the grass of the earth." The Lord gonna make us to multiply. "And thou shalt come to thy grave in full age, like a shock of corn coming in season. Lo, this we have searched, and so it is here, for we know that this is good." Okay. So yeah, but before you get all there, you gotta go through the famine and the redemption from death, which the Lord gonna do. They redeem us straight from death. Psalms 33rd, the 33rd chapter, real quick. It says 13th verse. "So the Lord looketh down from heaven, and he behold the sons of men. From the place of his habitation, he looketh upon the inhabitants of the earth. And he fashioned their hearts alike, and he considered all their works. There is no king saved by the multitude of a host, and a mighty man is not delivered by much strength." There's no way up out of here, man. There's no way up out of here. You get your army of simps to help you. You get your you get your army of bots. Nobody can help you, man. Nobody can help Esau. Nobody can help these women out of their predicaments. Nobody can help you scoffers out of the drunken zone that you're in. The very low zone that you're in. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a demon to be a constant, you know what I'm saying, just a constant, you know, denier of the truth. Like this guy, whatever his fucking demon, what is vocab? I don't even like to talk about these guys because at the end of the day they're irrelevant. But you know what I'm saying, they just you know what I'm saying, they just all they do is, you know what I'm saying, worry about us, worry about what we talking about. And yeah. You know, and there's many of these guys out there. There's many of them, you know. But nobody can help you. When that time comes, ain't nobody gonna help you, man. Your government ain't gonna help you. Your police force ain't gonna help you. You know, and that's gonna be that. The 17th verse. And you're gonna be out there in the hands of the Lord. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. It's a fearful thing. All right. Psalms 33 and 17. "A horse is a vain thing for safety, neither shall he deliver by any by his great strength. Behold, the eyes of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive and famine." To deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive and famine. It says, "Our soul waited for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name." Proverbs 18 and 10. "The name of the Lord is strong tower, the righteous run into it and are safe." All right, 22. It says, "Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in thee." All right, so the eyes of the Lord upon them that fear him, and upon them that hope in his mercy to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. All right. It said that you can only live but 4 or 5 days without food and water, which we ain't gonna go without food and water. The Lord ain't gonna allow us to go without food and water. He damn sure ain't gonna allow us to go without no shelter and no protection. Cause that's why it says to store up your treasure in heaven, right? Because you're gonna have to dig out that account that you got with the Lord. And it's saying that all that goodwill, all that good favor, kiss the son lest he be angry. Psalms 2 and 12, right? Charity will cover multitude of sins, right? What it's gonna cover you at the end when you really need it. When they cooking down your door and you gotta run, and then the Lord give you some power to get up out of there. It say, or he might just blind them all, so they don't find you. Whatever, man. Whatever the Lord do, it's all in the Lord's hands, but it's all about faith at the end of the day. Without faith, it's impossible to please him. So yeah, in famine, he shall redeem thee he shall redeem thy soul from death and to keep thee alive in famine. For our soul waited for the Lord, and he is our help and our shield. So with that, call like how about Shem Yashai, about Shem Kakodash, double honors to our apostles, elders, great millstone, charges, truth, and peace, salutations to the elect. It's like if this was like a background noise because damn constriction. But yeah, with that, shalom.